Coach, I got to tell you, we envy you right now in that nice dry studio as we are at soggy and windy Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
All right, now, like 80.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great win.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 22 yards. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
I smell fear in that offense. Hey, watch that, watch that. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, D, tighten up. 450.
Shotgun now for Brady. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Brady. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Hey, go 66.
On third and long, it's Brady. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 85 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man here, Neil Sterling, the tight end. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10 is Counter. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Roethlisberger. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away.
Come on, fellas.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check nine.
Throwing again. Brady. And he whips that one incomplete there. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Roethlisberger now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Complete to Bryant. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
All right, now, black 20. Black 51. Hip. Watch the twitch, watch the twitch.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
And Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they worked their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. He sets to fire deep. This is intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Coming up tomorrow night, it's the one weekend of the year where we get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game. Then Broncos and Raiders, Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and also the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game at 10:30 Eastern.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
52's the mic. Here we go.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now Brady on the bootleg. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bud Dupree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Switzer. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 40-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger able to find Switzer. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Pittsburgh.
That 180.
Check 52 tomorrow.
They'll run on first down. Connor there to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Roethlisberger gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 5-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Slam.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's what I'm talking about.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He hits White, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead is now 24. So we have come upon halftime in the Sunday night opener from Foxborough, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, good move. Yeah, and he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 21. The drive starts with a run by White. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Check the backer, check the backer.
Grim. 55. Hey, orbit.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He was looking for Edelman there, and it's 3rd and short. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start the drive with Connor. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. That's complete to Sterling. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st down, it's Connor, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? Sit.
No foul.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
72.
to throw again. Brady finds his man. Watson over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Brady, and he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Brady to his hold reliable Edelman, and the Patriots have a first down.
2-18, chop.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98 to Mike. Deuce.
Shadow.
Brady now on first down. And this one's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Keep it up.
Throwing again. Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. New England on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is third and 10. Again, it's Brady. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
You got tight right there. Check 4. 50.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On third down, a run from White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down.
Stephen Gostkowski on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start with a give to Connor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second and 11 now. Roethlisberger. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, a hot route, so to speak.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the 44, Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Roethlisberger now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. On the handoff, Connor. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Brady, throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady's throw there complete. Good move at the 30. 20! And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. First down, here's White. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Brady. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Check, check. Lucky.
This is Michelle on the counter. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it.
Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. From 3 yards out. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Whoa. He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Connor, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Again, a run with Connor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Like 80.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Like 20.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.